Love and light, brothers and sisters. So, I feel that somehow I've still not quite articulated um, what I've been trying to say, and basically all these videos in the past couple weeks. I've been trying to get one kind of large message across, and that's because that's the way I see things. Like, I see things from the top up, to me, like from the law of one perspective, from the unified perspective down. I look at things, and when I look at concepts or ideas or archetypes, I attempt anyways to see them from the base, from the very seed idea or element. So if you could just imagine, for example, me, you, and say a thousand other people were on an island together, right? And collectively, we agreed to let go of the idea of history. Because from my understanding, history is only one accepted perspective. For everyone that experienced what we call World War II, there was a different perspective. If we asked every person in World War II to describe their story, it would not match the historical narrative, for sure. Nor would they all agree. There would be wide discrepancy. So that being the case, it is my position that there is no such thing as history, that is only one story we are accepting. That being the case, we can let go of the idea of history at large, let go of any past grudges, let go of any past racist or biased ideas that our ancestors had, let go of any old social structures, and us 1,000 people on this island could make a completely new society with completely new ideas in every area, from scientific to spiritual. Every area of life and thought could be redesigned completely. For instance, we could have children and teach everyone in the society from then on without the concept of murder or violence, teaching everyone that we are brothers and sisters and one from the beginning. This society would be completely different, radically different. Instead, what we have in our society is a situation where every one of us accepts the past determinations, the past faults, the past biases of our parents, and pass them on to our children as if we have no choice in this. We all have choice. We could come together and decide anything we want. So what I'm trying to say is, when I look at the government and the social systems and the elites and the laws and all of these things, I don't accept these things as real. To me, they're just made up stories that a few people have everyone else believing in. Like that we have to vote against people. They are just people like you or me. They don't have an inherent right to tell you to do anything. We don't have to live by the corrupt, racist, biased, greedy laws of our ancestors. We do not, nor do we have to argue against them. So, for example, if 100 million people tomorrow could see things the way I do for a minute and free themselves from past determinations and come together and agree on just a few things, like we want to love each other and take care of each other and make sure everyone has what they need to live and be happy and satisfied in life, free of any violence, tyranny, oppression, racism, or sexism. We want to live in equality and under true justice and love and unity. If 100 million people decided this, there would be nothing anyone could do about it. We could stop voting, stop participating in the system. We could come together, form our own country, and do whatever we wanted. The reason I say we wouldn't have to fight is because let's say everyone in this city suddenly thought like this. What would the government be able to do about it? We wouldn't have to declare ourselves a new city. We would just be a new city. We would just be a place of love and unity and respect where everyone took care of each other and did not honor tyrannical decisions by psychopaths. Because that's who's ruling the world right now, are psychopaths. The psychopaths have fooled everyone else into participating and adopting a system of control that favors psychopaths. Our monetary systems, our political systems, all favor liars. They reward liars. They reward greedy people. They reward psychopaths and sociopaths. So they ensure that the worst amongst us will become the most successful. Those who are willing to do anything for material things, which we now have been fooled into valuing, because you weren't born valuing material trinkets over your brothers and sisters, over animals, over real living things, over life and love and experience. You weren't born valuing money over beauty. These things were programmed into us to participate in their psychopathic system. And all of this is why I'm saying freedom is ours now if we only realize it. Because if 100 million people woke up to their inherent power and freedom and their ability to let go of any beliefs in allegiance to others, any allegiance to false systems and social structures and religious structures and countries and all of this that has been thrusted upon us at birth, then we could truly transform this world. It would be transformed instantly. It would be transformed instantly. The power of our union would be indestructible. They only rule through division. They only rule through keeping us separated. If everyone in this community that I lived in actually knew each other and loved each other and treated each other like friends and family, instead of divided in each house against every other house. Again, first we're divided by race, by nationality, by culture, by religion, by social status, by economics, and then finally by political ideas and ideologies and social ideas of what we think's right and what we think's wrong, and all of that is to get us to judge our brothers and sisters, to judge the opinions and beliefs of our brothers and sisters. All of that is to get us to fight. Because again, if everyone in this neighborhood instead saw each other as family, and then a racist police officer was in this neighborhood beating up one of the people who live here, the whole neighborhood would come out in support. And the whole neighborhood would make sure that police officer didn't come here again. Again, if the police officers lived in the communities and were also part of the family and were chosen by the community because they are that trustworthy, because they are that honorable, because they are that respected, that's who should be policing our communities. That's pretty logical. That's pretty reasonable. Instead, what we have are people trained to protect property over people, to even kill people in the defense of property. Again, to show that things are worth more than people. If you're a police officer listening to this, and you in your heart believe you're doing a good thing, you're there to help, you need to examine this attitude, I would suggest. You need to examine these policies of being willing to kill someone who is stealing for whatever reason, including those who are stealing for hunger. Being willing to kill someone for this and then considering yourself a good person. I would definitely examine this. I would examine my allegiances, whether they are truly to the people or whether they are serving the rich, whether they are serving only a few amongst us. Because these policies serve almost no one. They serve only a few. There are others who benefit off it, like the patriarchy, like white male America, right? May receive certain benefits from these policies, but you don't understand what is being taken from you for this. You don't understand the division being created in our society, in our families, in your own life, and in your own heart. These policies serve none of us. Freedom serves all of us.